If we were standing around the LGBTQ plus water cooler, we think that this is what we might all be talking about this week. It's our queer hot topic, and it's about Uncoupled on Netflix. It's a show about middle-aged gay white man who finds himself single after 17 years and is struggling to get back his mojo in the social scene. You know, Days of Our Lives in Wilton Manors, basically. Neil Patrick Harris plays the main character, Michael, who is dumped by his boyfriend, Colin, after Colin turns 50 and decides he wants a brand new life. Reddit and social media is full of discussions about how the show is unsettling to them because they are also older gay men. Because it hits hard and so close to home. Our hot topic of the week is Netflix and NPH Uncoupled Traumatize gay men all over the country dating after 50. But at least there's dick pics. What do y'all think? Uncoupled, the storyline?
Yes, tell me, old people. Go on.
I will tell you, over 40 guy, like I came out very late and like into my discovery and my queerness and all of that stuff. And I came to like technology late too, so I had a flip phone for the longest.
He's in home.
So
it took a while, but got there.
They got cell towers.
Yeah, right.
3 to 5 business years.
So, you know, I remember like first downloading Grindr and like thinking that it was gonna be like Match.com. And like this had been years while Grindr had been, you know, taking the time to be the cultural phenomenon that it is. And I felt just like Neil Patrick Harris in there. And I was like, am I supposed to do this? I don't know. And then I had the same experience where somebody asked for a dick pic and I was like, oh, I don't have that, block, like immediately. And I was like, oh my God, like this.
You're a player.
Huh?
You
got blocked
the
or you did
response.
block?
No, I got blocked because I didn't send
it. You got
it.
blocked because you were a player. You're in. They don't want to talk to you. No, they want to. They want to get right to it. Get right to it. And the second you told them I'm not going to get right to it, they go, oh,
they don't got time
blocked.
for you. It's time.
That's why you got blocked.
Laid.
Yeah, they're a player.
Yeah.
I got played.
No, you're the player because
I'm the player.
Because you go to Grindr for one thing, Tony. You go to Grindr for one thing. You don't go there to make friends and figure out how to get it right.
I don't have this picture. You got blocked instantly. The point of the joke in the show is Patrick Harris got blocked instantaneously because why are you in Grindr if you don't have a dick pic?
Right. That's what I was confused about. So I totally felt his
You have
pain.
no gay friends?
Huh? I had very few gay friends.
Okay,
all right. I had to interview gay people on AOL Instant Messenger. Like, what is this like? It's still my primary email.
Oh, child. You have an AOL email?
I do.
Child, you have to change that.
He still has dial-up. Leave him alone.
You've got to have Gmail. Because if you have an AOL address, you're telling... do you have a boyfriend?
No, he's single. That's why.
Child, you can't have an
What's on Google?
We've gone through all
missing.
You can't have an AOL address because it says you are old.
Way older than what you are.
You know what?
No, Gmail is easy.
It tells people you live in Homestead, bro.
Here's my rationale. Because I've made such good friends over the years. That like,
wait, you're cute enough to get out, but that gives you nothing if you don't say I'm hip, I'm interesting. We're going to have fun.
On the 3-hour car ride back to Homestead, make sure you get a new email address.
I just wanted people to be able to find me from 20 years ago.
Can you not hear all the reads at the table? You should be right now going, oh my God, these are the 4 smartest people in history.
Or maybe there's somebody out there that's like, you know what, that's really sweet. That's the guy for me.
Yeah, he's in an old folks home.
No, wait.
Dating
this
over
is part of the story in Uncoupled. Because his story is, wait, I'm a really nice guy. I'm an attractive guy. I'm an interesting guy.
He's got money. He's got a good job.
I have a good job. Blah, 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 blah. Wait, where's your dick pic?
Exactly.
Well,
this is my story.
You're the star of Uncoupled then.
Yeah. And you know what? I mean, it's for white guys, you know, white gay men, but my Caribbean family does call me Coconut because they said...
Because your head?
You're very nuts?
Because I'm brown on the outside and white on the inside. Mother...
God.
I'm covered.
No, it's
because I just shaved my head.
Oh. You're adorable. horrible. Sorry.
No, I just shaved it 2 days ago.
You know, when I watch this show back, because you can watch it in on demand, you'll catch the little tear going down my cheek for the sadness of you.
You know, I'm happy though.
Yeah, I wonder if that's true though.
That's how it really makes sense.
I feel like I am happier than every gay guy I know.
And maybe, and I'm playing with you.
Yeah.
Neil Patrick Harris in Uncoupled is going through this process of the first 3 episodes, he whines just nonstop of, he never told me, I don't understand, I don't understand, I don't understand.
Oh, that's not me. I'm not whiny.
Well,
play the clip.
Roll footage. Oh my gosh, play that back.
Right next to your drag pics.
And the issue there is he's not willing to open himself up immediately to go, wait, you have to do it differently than 17 years ago. And because you haven't moved on, because you didn't.
Well, that's not quite accurate. There have been some moving on since then. I'm describing a few years ago. There's been some progress on that front.
But in AOL?
Oh, I don't email them.
So you have to hide. You're in the closet over your AOL account.
No, I'm pretty open about it. I mean, I think it's a beautiful service.
Are you on Craigslist for those personal encounters?
Right?
No.
Right.
It's like your first greeting when you get up. It's like, you got
I had no idea before we did this topic and production put it in front of me that we literally were going to have Neil Patrick Harris at the table with us.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
He's a great guy.
You're a brown Doogie Howser.
Yeah. He's a coconut.
A coconut.
Then the show is wonderful for my fantasy life.
Why?
To have Neil Patrick Harris as a gay man. Yeah. I had a crush on it in Doogie Howser, How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother, and he played that role so great. Like, he was a womanizer, and he was fantastic. But knowing he was gay, I always wanted him to be him.
Didn't you? And didn't you always just kind of see behind it a little bit? And now when I watch him in this series, it just seems so authentic.
Authentic.
It really does.
His kissing, his makeout scenes are really believable. His stuff in bed is really believable. The pictures of, we make the joke, at least there's dick pics, because there's a whole episode where he talks about the process of trying to get a dick pic and doing it right, and friends telling him, wait, you can't have AOL, and you must have. Oh wait.
Good lighting.
They've had this conversation with me too.
Good lighting.
And good lighting. And by the way, he's come out in an interview to say that there are dick pics, and he got to pick.
He got to choose.
So he is teasing on the fact that you're going to get to see one of them, and that the dick pic is going to be revealed.
It was.
No. They flashed through it so quickly you couldn't see.
Oh, you could pause.
Wait, I kind of know. No, that didn't work either. That's what was implied, but I think more is to come. We're going to
in a second season.
Season 2. I hope there is a season 2. And his husband was in this too, right?
I think the season 2 has already been decided.
But can we just give a shout out to his body? 49 years old. His body is on point.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He looks like a noodle.
Beautiful.
A noodle.
Let's come to the core topic of what Uncoupled is doing. We're in Wilton Manors. We're in Fort Lauderdale. This is retirement gay capital of America. West Hollywood doesn't have this, even being in California. Palm Springs does, but we're way bigger than Palm Springs. We are overwhelmed with older, I use that because old is, I don't think the right word, older, especially white, gay men. And so many people are talking in social media that this is rattling them because they are watching their experience of we're disposable, that age is immediately set aside, the lifetime of experience is set aside, and that you must be 23, 27, 32, 35, whatever, and they're not. And you're over 50, and this is what they experience.
The gay boys that I hang around with are usually between the 30 and the 40s age, right? And the boys that I have spoken to about Uncoupled, they're like saying that weird space right there at 40-ish, right? You're not like hot anymore. Like the daddies won't date you. The daddies won't date you if you're over 40. Okay, so it's that weird middle in between area that if you don't look perfect and you're not the perfect age, then you're kind of overlooked.
Yeah.
And they feel unseen. I mean, this is coming from the mouths of gorgeous gay boys that shouldn't feel that way.
Yeah. I know on Monday's show of Fay What, you're going to have some conversation on this, and I hear that you're going to have a conversation about if you're over 40 and you've got to have a black Amex card and a big dick. What was that all about?
I gotta let you can't stop looking at my emails. I don't have AOL. Stop looking at my emails. The reality is that for a lot of men that are over a certain age, if they have a big penis and a black Amex, then they can pick and choose whichever boy they want. And that's not the case for other men that are of a certain age and don't have money and a small penis.
Pick me, a young, not conventionally attractive gay boy, please, if you have a black Amex and a big dick.
You see? Case in point.
Could you go get my wallet, please?
let me open this back up just a little more.
Can I ask you how old you are?
How old do you think I am?
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
That's a young person question.
23?
Yeah, actually, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 23. Hi.
But you know what? You have an old shirt, so your shirt makes you look old. That's why.
I like his AOL shirt.
Yeah.
To the question, though, about the rattling that's going on here in Wilton Manors in Fort Lauderdale, there are so many men that are in this profile that Neil Patrick Harris is representing, and the characters and friends that are around him that are in their 50s. They make a joke about being in your 50s when they're 62 or 64 years old. They're making jokes about how young being in your 50s is. And the whole point of Uncoupled is we in the gay community, his interaction with Gay and her character being this wealthy older woman that was left by her husband for the young, ingenue type of girl. And the whole argument between the two of them is they have so much in common because it's happened to both of them. And Patrick Harris's observation is, child, you don't even know what you're talking about. Women can be rejected by the straight older man, but at least you're not gay, because it's a death sentence for being an older gay man in the community. That's what's rattling people that are watching this show, because they're going, that's exactly what it is. If you're in your 50s, your 60s, I'll assume your 70s, you're being told by the gay community, you are not worthwhile and disposable.
And you're being told that by your own community, Al. We have had anchors sit here at Queer News Tonight that are of a certain age, and they have said, I won't date somebody that's 40. Literally, okay?
Because it's reality. What they're talking about is reality in the gay community.
Right, right. Well,
at least the stereotypes that people talk about, like you're saying. But I mean, I do think there are, of course, exceptions, and I'm sure there's in Wilton Manors, there's communities where somebody who's over 50 is going to have a chance to, couple up with somebody.
Yeah, with the Amex and the big penis.
Well, sure. I mean, there are probably other things as well. But I mean, don't you think as a man over 50?
60.
Oh, 60? Are you single?
No,
Can I ask this?
No. My entire life. I'm
Got
married.
Like 3 couples.
I'm married.
Literally has 3 partners.
Married for 30.
What day is today?
30.
Today is
Uncoupled Wednesdays.
And it relates to our shows. I've been down here in South Florida. South Florida is also very unique because South Florida can be very, very shallow in the especially gay community. The number one knock that everyone thinks that they can get on me, and 4 years of me doing this, is they'll use the word old or make an old joke. And I'm going, child, I'm going to eat you for lunch in the next 7 minutes, and you don't even understand. I'm going to eat you for lunch. Because if the best knock you have is my age, oh, God help you, because you just have no chance at all.
Dude, you wish to be.
Well,
Al has a husband, he has a boyfriend, he has another boyfriend here.
Well, that's
He's
why
got 3 out of the country, 2 in Cuba, 1 in Australia, the guy in France. Oh, please. And he was talking to the guy in Ukraine until the war happened.
But this,
please.
But this is a bit my point. So you're, as a person who is over a certain age in the gay community in South Florida, do you feel like there is no opportunity to, or feeling viable?
Are you hitting on Al?
I think that it's twofold. I think the reason that Uncoupled and Neil Patrick Harris has rattled so many gay men is because they see themselves in his uncertainty of where he's at. He's been rejected. Wait, the guy at 50 years old is beautiful and interesting and intelligent and nice and worthwhile. And none of those attributes make any difference at all. And that's what's rattling men in their 50s and 60s going, my gosh, I'm not worth anything because now I'm not 35 years old, or maybe I'm not 42 years old. And that's what's happening in the 50 to 60-year-old set. And at the other end of the spectrum, many, many guys in their 20s and 30s and in their 40s are picking up a stone and throwing it at heads going, you're not worthwhile because you're not 20, 30, or 42 years old. And so we have a natural headbutt going on. There's no winning this because the 50 and 60-year-olds don't have the confidence to be happy with who they are. And the 20 and 30 and early 40-year-olds don't give or embrace you're totally worthwhile.
Well, and also, a lot of times I think when we feel like we're being put to the side, that we're out there actively seeking rejection. You know, like if you're a 50, 60-year-old man, don't nestle up to the 23-year-old at the bar and put your arm and do all this kind of stuff and then think, oh, these young people.
Yep.
You know, because in the gay choir, it's not like that. In gay leather, it's not like that. There's all kinds of groups where that dynamic of feeling undervalued as an older man.
I'm curious, do you all think that this attitude has been created by platforms like Grindr? That because the dick pic, you get right to it instantaneously.
Yes.
Show me the dick pic.
No fatties, no this, no that. Aren't those hashtags by what I remember when I used to have Grindr? Give me my Grindr back. No. Right? That would be some of the things that people would say, right? No
fat,
chubs,
no
no fatty, no femme.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So it's all ego. Yes, you guys did this.
1000%. But it's also a thing, you know, I'm young, I'm, you know, not skinny, I am not hairless, I am not muscular, you know, flat-chested. I got titties, baby. But, you know.
I don't know anything about sunscreen either.
No, I have a skin condition, but, and I'm proud of it. So, hi, you're seen. But when it comes to that, it's an experience I live as well. I'm told, oh, you're too young. Oh, you're not pretty enough. Oh, you're, you know, all these things. I'm like, it's kind of a thing where I'm seeing it just at a different angle. So it's something I appreciate as a young person.
Every gay person that I've met that has some milestone birthday, whether it is 20, 21, 30, 40, 50, they all say the exact same thing. About when they turn 30, they're like, gosh, I now have graduated to this. I am not anymore this young, attractive guy. I'm this. It is, everybody says exactly the same thing.
Gay boys are the new women. Women have never, I never knew how old my mom was, ever. Okay, she got stuck at 42. It was like forever she was 42. Okay, gay boys are the women, that's it. Yeah. We'll never know how old they are.
When I get, you know, the joke about me, when I'll be at a party or whatever, and I'll be at a show, because it's happened literally, I want to say hundreds of times, but dozens of times where an age joke is thrown at me. And my reaction to 23-year-old or 42-year-old, I'm not saying it to either one of you, is, dudes, you try to be me at 62. I can't wait. Let's see how you are, 62, how you are in terms of involvement in community, in terms of interest in the world, in terms of activity, in however you define activity, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I challenge you, because when you're saying that at 30, you have no perception of what's really going on in the world, which reflects on you, not the rest of the world around you. And that's, I think, in my opinion, our problem in our community. We're so myopic about us that we don't realize how we integrate with everything else around us.
Well, it's also, we don't really have a very strong culture of mentorship. You know, none of us really have gay parents who showed us the way. And oftentimes when you ask those kind of questions, you won't get the right answers. And I think that's why a lot of people kind of gravitate towards some of the scenes and having some of the structure that it does. So I think that onus is really on us as more mature gay men to have that kind of conversation that you just had, instead of judging or get off your phone or any of the the usual things.
I completely agree with you. And broadly, when I get rejected based on, and I'm not talking about any particular experience. I'm just talking broadly in life. When I get rejected by a younger gay guy, crocodile teeth get shown, and I smile through the crocodile teeth of literally saying, "Oh, you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, and I'm getting ready to eat you." I really, I express the joke of that because I really believe that. And we should all feel that way. Whether you're 23 or you're 73, it's really the same thing. You're valued at your age because of what you are. And every single person is going to get to that same milestone. So to reject makes no sense to me. I'm constantly confused about it. Last thing I want to ask about on this topic of Uncoupled. Do we like the show? Just real quick.
Love it.
Do we like
Yeah.
it?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And you can never make all the gays happy, Al. So there's going to be some people that are going to give pushback and say it's not real. But you know what? It's entertaining. And I needed that. I needed something that wasn't hateful. I needed something to just sit there and veg out and have some pad thai.
And
Not
another
my dog.
Darren Star. Like, I love Darren Star production. So, like, it was great to just see that different style again kind of come back.
And it wasn't forced. Okay, all the crap that we talk about Sex and the City, then they came back with Just Like That, what is it? And
Yeah.
Just Like That, whatever,
Reboot.
right? And then it was forced. All the LGBTQ plus characters in that show were forced. Here, it's just very calm. Tisha Campbell is a straight black
Love her.
ally, and she's just great. It just is not forced. I like that.
I would watch Neil Patrick Harris like fold napkins, though. So I'm probably not the best person to ask that question.
You know what's interesting to me about the show? I don't like the show. It's not something that I like, but I respect the show, and that's good enough. And he doesn't care what I think about the show, and nobody cares what I think about the show, but I do respect the show because I do think it is groundbreaking on this subject. They're taking on a subject that normally nobody would take on, especially in the gay community, because the gay community is ostriches putting their head in the sand. One of the things that I think really stand out on it is like the Grindr episode that they did. That is really just unbelievable. Grindr should make that into a television commercial for Grindr. And the thing that I also think is really incredible about the show are the sex scenes. The sex scenes are not sex scenes, but they're sexy as all get out. The kissing scenes that he has, the scenes in bed, the scene that he had in bed with the third grade teacher, and they had just had sex, and oh, let's have sex again. Oh no, I can't. We got to wait so long. And the third grade teacher reaches in under the, and Patrick Harris says, "Wow, that's a record." That is really, really clever, sexy presentation.
I've only seen one episode. I have got to get home.
Calm down over
really
there. Calm down.
So, make a decision yourself on Uncoupled. It's very interesting, and the subject matter is really interesting. Totally worth watching on Netflix. LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.